Our heroes have just saved the town of Strathaven by slaying the fearsome black dragon Ilthane, thwarting her sinister plan involving the dreaded black worms first encountered in the ruins of Xenopus Tower. After the victory, the heroes took some well-deserved rest, uncovering new mysteries and personal developments. Korr, our fierce barbarian, visited the eccentric wizard Xenopus, who offered a grim solution to Korr's internal struggle, capturing one of his dual souls within a magical gem to end his torment. Xenopus solemnly warned him,
"Remember, Korr, beware of dispel magic or anti-magic fields. They could shatter the spell and return the soul to your body."
To further show his gratitude, Xenopus presented Korr with beautiful bracers of defense from his own adventuring days. Fabin, the tiefling warlock, anxious about disturbing rumors from her family in Winetha, visited Xenopus for answers. Xenopus expressed his concern.
"Fabin, some force blocks my sending spells to Winetha. However, I can provide you with swift travel using a teleportation circle. The High Spire near Winetha has such a circle, and I know its sequence."
Fabin eagerly accepted this path, determined to investigate the fate of her family. Rena, our compassionate gnome druid, encountered an emotional challenge when confronted by Ifrit, a worried mother accompanied by her 8-year-old boy, Jem. Ifrit wanted to know what happened to her older son, Mela, and Rena awkwardly reassured her, despite having lost track of him following their ordeal with the slavers. This left Rena feeling deeply uncomfortable and conflicted. Meanwhile, Ikronix, our human sorcerer, now free from the dark whispers controlling him, was honored by General Madrigal, who appointed him honorary captain in the army and offered him Ada Olin's former seat on the town council. In a playful exchange typical of their friendship, Ikronix immediately requested Fabin to buy him a new captain's hat, something she begrudgingly agreed to fund, highlighting their quirky camaraderie. Lastly, Winnie, the resourceful halfling rogue, was summoned by Xenopus regarding the strange artifact from Ilthane's lair. Xenopus explained cautiously,
"Winnie, the artifact you've discovered appears connected to the far realm, a place of eldritch beings beyond our understanding. It seems designed to pierce the veil between our worlds. I have consulted Seam Hair, Grand Master of the Veiled Society of the Yellow Sign, an order dedicated to hunting aberrations. He informed me of a fallen priest named Q's, who seeks to open a portal to the far realm in Winetha. Dairman, one of their greatest hunters, is already pursuing Q's, but is currently unreachable. You should visit their monastery near Rel Devon to learn more. Show them this artifact, and answers may follow."
Fabin convinces the others to accept Xenopus' offer and travel to Winetha first. As Xenopus begins his teleportation ritual, reality around the heroes suddenly twists and rips apart, drawing them into a chaotic tunnel of swirling energies. What should have been a brief transition stretches painfully, as monstrous beings, multi-eyed horrors and tentacled abominations, claw hungrily at the edges of the passage, seeking entry. With a final shudder, the barrier tears open completely, ejecting the heroes into a surreal expanse of silvery mist and glittering starlight. Floating weightless and disoriented, the heroes barely have time to regain their bearings before shadowy shapes approach swiftly. Hideous man-sized spawn of an astral dreadnought, jaws bristling with deadly teeth. Forced into battle, the heroes bravely fend off the creatures, learning quickly that movement in this strange plane is guided by sheer willpower. Yet victory is short-lived. An immense astral dreadnought charges through the silvery mists toward them. Desperate and with nowhere obvious to flee, they recall rumors of Githyanki vessels navigating these strange astral seas. Focusing their collective thoughts on escape, the heroes spot salvation. A Githyanki astral caravel emerges from the endless void, sailing steadily toward them. The heroes spring into action as the massive dreadnought pursues. Ikronix lands dramatically on the deck, quickly commandeering one of the ballistae to fire upon the monstrous pursuer. Korr boldly charges the dreadnought alongside fierce Githyanki warriors, exchanging brutal blows. Fabin unleashes powerful eldritch blasts, while Rena supports with devastating magical strikes. The dreadnought nearly kills Rena and wounds Korr severely, but a well-timed heat metal spell cast by Rena on Korr's blade turns the tide, allowing Korr to deal a decisive strike. Combined with fiery explosions and magical attacks, the dreadnought finally collapses under the joint assault. Impressed by their bravery and skill, the Githyanki captain invites the heroes aboard the bold Reaver to share in the spoils. The heroes engage in the Shard of the Mind, a dice game wagering items imbued with memories and emotions, ideal currency in the astral realm. With luck and skill, the heroes win significant loot and psychic tokens from their new allies. After a short voyage, they witness the magnificent city of Narath, an awe-inspiring metropolis built atop the petrified corpse of a forgotten deity. The city's baroque structures float serenely amidst silvery clouds, bustling with Githyanki life and countless other caravels. The bold Reaver docks, signaling the beginning of a new adventure. As the heroes stepped off the deck of the bold Reaver onto the docks of Narath, the captain warned them solemnly that all visitors to this great Githyanki city must undergo a rigorous security ritual, the Vigil of the Unyielding Mind, known among the Githyanki as Talkrit Zartun. Ever vigilant against their ancient enemies, the Mind Flayers, this ritual ensures no visitor harbors hidden parasites capable of infiltrating and corrupting the city. One by one, our heroes were led into a grand hall, where they met Elder Mortak Zal, a stern, venerable Githyanki whose very gaze seemed to pierce their thoughts. Elder Zal questioned each visitor loudly, probing swiftly with 4 standard queries.
When I gaze into the endless void of the astral night, I feel, in the shadow of Flaketh's gaze, my loyalty is. The memory of a fallen comrade reminds me that Mind Flayers are.
Answers had to come instantly, without hesitation, for even the slightest delay or subtle reaction could betray the hidden influence of an illithid parasite. After these questions, Elder Zal whispered a final, deeply personal query, unique to each visitor. Quietly, our heroes revealed hidden truths, regrets, or poignant memories from their past, secrets they would share with none other. Winnie hesitated, just slightly on one answer. Immediately, she was separated from the group for additional questioning, an unsettling, nerve-wracking experience. Meanwhile, Ikronix shocked everyone by admitting openly he'd once been possessed by a Mind Flayer parasite. Alarm rippled through the Githyanki observers, prompting them to isolate him for intense interrogation, their suspicion palpable.
In the end, Winnie's nerves steadied, and the Githyanki reluctantly accepted her sincerity, allowing her to rejoin her companions, albeit shaken by the experience. Ikronix, meanwhile, faced hours of relentless scrutiny, yet his natural charm, persuasive manner, and genuine honesty gradually won over his inquisitors. He was eventually permitted entry to Narath, but only on the strict condition that he report back for further examination within 3 cycles, as tracked by the city's Great Time Tower. Emerging from the harrowing vigil, our heroes were finally able to explore the city. Yet, beneath the surreal beauty and bustling trade of Narath lay an unmistakable tension, a constant reminder of the ever-present threat of infiltration by their most feared adversaries. After Ikronix's intense interrogation, Korr decided it was time to explore Narath, bringing along the imprisoned spirit of Eldrin Silkweaver, trapped within the magic jar gem given by Xenopus. Their goal, to find a suitable new host for Eldrin. Careful not to provoke their hosts, they avoided targeting the Githyanki directly. Eventually, Eldrin's senses picked up a promising figure, an angelic being, her once radiant wings blackened and charred, flickering like dying embers. Her dull golden eyes stared emptily ahead as she drifted through the crowd in patchwork armor. Seizing the moment, Eldrin successfully overtook the angel's mind, transferring her soul into the gem and claiming her powerful body for himself. Disguised as the angel, Eldrin, along with Korr, began their quest for the city's market district. Unfortunately, navigating the labyrinthine streets of Narath proved difficult, and they soon found themselves lost in a shadowy back alley. There, they encountered a mysterious elf-like figure wandering aimlessly with blank, empty eyes. Intrigued, Eldrin approached, hoping to communicate. But suddenly, he felt a disturbing psychic presence pressing against his own consciousness, as if attempting to seize control. Eldrin quickly withdrew, sensing danger. Alerted by this psychic disturbance, Korr spotted a shadow lurking nearby, a Githyanki stealthily following them. Acting swiftly, Korr captured their stalker, intent on questioning him further. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Narath, Winnie and Rena were having far better luck navigating the city. With keen survival instincts, they found themselves amidst bustling streets filled with vibrant market stalls operated by traders from across the multiverse. Exotic sights greeted them, a shimmering ethereal djinn offering bottled emotions, a stern Yugoloth merchant with sparkling gemstones, and 4 odd cube-shaped beings known as modruns, whose spindly limbs waved eagerly as they sought passers-by to help solve their bizarre mathematical puzzles. Intrigued, Winnie and Rena approached the modruns first. The modruns spoke in a strangely childlike mechanical language, puzzling over the seemingly simple concept of the number 5. Despite their best efforts, the gnome and the halfling's demonstrations hilariously confused the modruns further, leading them nowhere. Amused, yet frustrated, Winnie and Rena turned their attention instead toward the mysterious djinn, curious to explore the strange bottled emotions. Meanwhile, the released Ikronix wandered through Narath, eager to expand his beloved collection of captain's hats. His exploration led him to a bustling square dominated by an awe-inspiring sight, a towering sentient war machine draped with banners from 100 forgotten worlds. Immediately captivated, Ikronix envisioned himself someday commanding this magnificent construct. Yet his daydream was interrupted when a passerby accidentally dropped a small package right at his feet before disappearing into the crowd. Ikronix quickly picked it up, attempting to chase after the stranger, but soon lost sight of them. Before he could investigate further, a Githyanki approached, accusing him of theft. Ikronix used his considerable charm and wit, convincingly proving his innocence and calming the suspicious crowd. Elsewhere, Korr and Eldrin interrogated the shadowy Githyanki they'd apprehended earlier. From him, they learned the eerie truth about the hollow-eyed elf-like figure they'd encountered. It was a bodiless mind, an astral projection of a wizard or creature, disconnected from its physical form. The Githyanki suggested taking this lost mind to a powerful figure named Mistress Reverie, a master known for returning astrally stranded souls to their bodies. Eldrin and Korr saw this as an opportunity, realizing this mysterious figure might also aid them in finding their way back home through the elusive color pools. Simultaneously, Rena and Winnie engaged in lively negotiations with an enthusiastic genie merchant offering exotic bottled emotions, bittersweet essences and memories contained within ornate vessels. Intrigued but mischievous, Winnie attempted to sneakily pocket a vial, only to fumble and drop it, drawing immediate accusations of theft from the enraged genie. Quickly improvising, Winnie hurled magical fuzz from her bag onto the ground, conjuring a baboon and a goat that distracted the merchant, buying them enough time to make a hasty and chaotic escape from the market. With adrenaline still surging, Winnie and Rena hurried through the maze-like streets, eventually stumbling upon Korr and Eldrin. The heroes swiftly exchanged their tales and revelations, their excitement tempered by urgency, realizing now they must seek out Mistress that Eldrin spoke of, a Githyanki perhaps being capable of returning lost minds to their origins and perhaps aiding their journey home. With Ikronix also joining them, adorned with a new gaudy spiked helmet, the heroes arrived at the tranquil sanctuary known as the Dreamweaver's Sanctum, a serene place adorned with intricate dream catchers, gently swaying amid calming melodies. At the heart of this peaceful haven, they entered a chamber illuminated by a radiant silver pool, reflecting soft, ethereal lights. Here they met Reverie, a wise and serene figure of the Dreamweavers, who greeted them with warmth and curiosity. They presented her with their strange companion, the disembodied elf-like figure they'd encountered earlier. Recognizing it as a lost astral mind, Reverie guided the entity gently into the glowing silver pool, carefully returning it to its rightful place across the astral plane. The heroes asked eagerly if she knew how they might use the elusive color pools to return home. Though not an expert herself, Reverie agreed to aid them, provided they assist her in confronting a significant threat, a formidable psychic fortress created by their mortal enemies, the Mind Flayers. The fortress, constructed entirely from concentrated thoughts, was impenetrable to any Githyanki. But the heroes, as outsiders, would have a chance. They would have to travel there in the dreams, giving them a chance to uncover other secrets as the dreams of mortal creatures also floated around the astral plane. Reverie needed an exotic dreaming potion for them to enter this dreaming state, one that could be procured from Saral the Innovator, the eccentric alchemist and leader of the Astral Alchemists. With this potion, she could guide them into dreamscapes to uncover critical insights about the color pools, possibly opening paths home. The heroes tentatively agreed, deciding their next step would be to find Saral and negotiate for the potion. With determined resolve, they left the calming atmosphere of the Dreamweaver's sanctum, venturing once again into the bustling, unpredictable streets of Narath, and navigated the busy streets until they reached their next destination, the hidden laboratory of Saral the Innovator, leader of the Astral Alchemists. Stepping inside Saral's chaotic workshop was like stepping into the mind of a mad genius. The room overflowed with bubbling potions, intricate alembics, and strange, half-assembled devices. Saral himself, eccentric and animated, greeted them excitedly while simultaneously struggling to contain several experiments threatening to spin out of control. He eagerly explained that he could indeed provide the heroes with his prized dreaming potion, but he required a rare and peculiar ingredient known as liquid thought, a silvery, chaotic substance found exclusively within the unpredictable realm of Limbo. Saral quickly outlined the risks. Limbo, he warned, was pure chaos, a dimension where all elements collided in perpetual instability. It was infested with dangerous creatures known as the Slaad, monstrous beings of primordial chaos. Worse yet, Limbo was home to the exiled Githzerai, ancient rivals who once betrayed the Githyanki, and now guarded a sacred place called the Well of Unshaped Thought, the only known source of the liquid thought. The heroes must brave this treacherous environment, overcome the guardians, and secure the precious ingredient. Saral provided a guide who could lead them to a color pool connected to Limbo, instructing them that their survival depended entirely on their mental discipline. In Limbo, reality could be shaped by sheer force of will, and only their focus and determination would see them through. Cautiously but resolutely, the heroes accepted the challenge, accepting several potions offered to them by Saral, and agreeing to journey into Limbo in search of the elusive silvery liquid. With the promise of powerful dreams and a path home in the balance, their next quest was clear: